This is Dave. Dave is a basketball parent and he has noticed a problem. His player is struggling with stress, anxiety, and a lack of confidence in games. He notices that there's a gap in how his child practices at home and with their team compared to how they perform in games. We call this the practice canyon. As a parent, you're at the bottom of this canyon looking up, trying to see the differences between these canyon walls. And you may find yourself asking questions like, is my child practicing the right things at home? Is she paying attention during team practice? Will he get more playing time this season? But you can't tell if anyone else sees this canyon, if anything can be done to close the gap, or if it's even anything worth worrying about. So you decide to wait and see. Soon the first game of the next season arrives. Players feeling good about themselves, ready for their first game, and you are proud of their efforts, knowing how many hours they've spent practicing with their team, as well as attending camps and shooting hoops in the driveway. They know how to dribble, shoot, and pass, and they know the plays that their team runs for every situation. They deserve to succeed. After all, practice makes perfect. But basketball is not played in a vacuum, and much of it is not a set pattern. No team system works without players reacting to teammates and defenders on the court in real time, while making split-second decisions every second of the game. So what happens when they get in the game? They freeze. When faced with the chaos of the other 9 moving players, 2 bellowing coaches, and dozens of screaming fans, trying to consciously decide what to do seems impossible. The canyon is too wide, and despite their best efforts, they will make mistakes, even on skills they thought they had mastered in practice. This can lead to a cycle of distrust in themselves, often made worse by a coach's mistake-based substitution strategy or reduction in playing time, combined with teammates' hesitation to share the ball with that player. Over time, this erodes their confidence while also reducing their opportunities to touch the ball and make decisions in future games. You're a parent, so you know as soon as your child is discouraged, anxious, or stressed by playing a sport that they used to love, you need to do something. But although your player may listen to their coaches, they may have stopped listening to you long ago, and your attempts to help may only lead to further frustration. Looking up, you notice that the canyon looks a little bit wider this season. Play practice basketball is like a bridge. Parents and coaches use us to help their athletes bridge the gap between practice and game performance. We collaborate with the player, the team coach, and the parents, working together to identify any gaps in knowledge, skills, or confidence that the player may have. We overturn standard practice methods by using play first in every session to identify and prioritize what the player is currently struggling with. And then we use that to guide our approach to how the player should progress through their next practice. This makes our training sessions extremely versatile and responsive to the player's needs. We can adapt to address the most urgent need a player has based on what they tell us about their recent games and team practices, what we can find through video analysis of their past games, as well as what we can see in the situational game at the start of practice. We start by simplifying how the player is practicing and prioritizing practice based on the frequency each skill is going to be used and the impact it will have on game performance. By connecting the dots in the player's mind from their individual skills to the application of those skills in live competition, we're able to dramatically accelerate their learning process. In the end, we provide the enthusiastic, supportive consistency that every player needs to bridge their canyon from practice to games and become the decisive, confident competitor they aspire to be.